Welcome back, Culers. The chaos off the pitch is threatening to derail Barcelona's momentum on it. Ter Stegen is in open conflict with the club, and the Spanish Players Union is now backing him. Meanwhile, Barca's long-awaited return to the Spotify Camp Nou could finally happen, but only partially. Norway, and just when you thought Laporta had cooled down, he's back, eyeing a mega €120 million move for Erling Haaland. Plus, Ajax snap up one of La Masia's rising stars, Eloy Gomez is out. Smash that like, subscribe for daily Barca drama, and let's dive into the full story. The ongoing dispute between Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Barcelona has taken a new turn. According to RAC1, the Spanish Players Association AFE, has reached out to the German goalkeeper, assuring him that the club has no legal right to punish him over the current situation. The reassurance comes at a time when tensions between the two parties are at an all-time high. At the center of the conflict is Ter Stegen's refusal to sign the medical report that Barcelona want to send to La Liga. The club is pushing to have his injury classified as a long-term absence, over 4 months, which would allow them to use 80% of his wages to register Joan Garcia as his replacement. However, the goalkeeper has publicly stated that he expects to be out for only 3 months, contradicting the club's claim and blocking the process. Barcelona remain firm in their belief that they can submit the report without Ter Stegen's consent. They argue that there are legal avenues and exceptions that allow them to share the data with La Liga's medical committee. However, La Liga disagrees, stating clearly that the player's signature is mandatory before they can assess the report, and in the middle of this standoff, the AFE has stepped in to support Ter Stegen. The union has informed him that any attempt by the club to initiate disciplinary action would lack legal grounding, especially when viewed through the lens of data protection laws and the players' collective agreement. For now, Ter Stegen is holding his position and has not agreed to meet with club officials. Until there is a breakthrough, Barcelona remains stuck, unable to move forward with their registration plans and locked in a legal and financial deadlock with their captain. Even as Hansi Flick's FC Barcelona impressed with their preseason performances in Japan and South Korea, several off-the-pitch matters continue to demand the club's attention ahead of the new La Liga season. As has been the case in recent years, one of the most pressing concerns is player registration. With just weeks remaining before the league kicks off, Barcelona must ensure their new signings are registered in time. Another major talking point in recent days is Barcelona's planned return to the Spotify Camp Nou. The club hopes to play their first home match of the 2025-26 season, set for September 13 or 14 against Valencia, at the newly renovated stadium. In a big boost to those plans, Mundo Deportivo reports that the city council has granted a modified license, which allows the stadium to reopen in phases, even though construction is still ongoing. Previously, one of the major roadblocks was that Barcelona could not reopen the Camp Nou without completing the full lower and upper rings of seating. However, the new license allows the stadium to function in segmented zones, which is key, given that some areas are still under construction. The initial reopening plan involves accommodating around 27,000 spectators, with the Tribuna, Grandstand, and Joel Norte North Goal sections being the first to open. The club intends to expand this to include the lateral stand and Joel Sur South Goal as the season progresses and construction advances. To meet the deadline, Barcelona must finish the necessary work in approximately 2 weeks in order to present the certificate of completion of works. Only then can they formally notify the City Council, La Liga, and UEFA of their intention to return to the Spotify Camp Nou for the start of official competitions. As per the report from MD, which cites a report by ARA, sources within BSM, the company responsible for managing Barcelona's municipal sports facilities, believe that a return to Montjuic is no longer being considered. However, the club remains cautious and has not completely ruled out using the Estadi Olympic Luis companies as a backup, considering uncertainties around licensing and financial feasibility. While Plan B remains on standby, the clear priority is to return to Spotify Camp Nou. Even at reduced capacity, playing at their iconic home would provide a significant boost for Hansi Flick and his squad as they prepare for the challenges of the new season. The coming weeks will be crucial in determining whether that return becomes a reality. Barcelona are always monitoring La Masia, with the intention of promoting highly rated talents up the ranks, with a view to eventually being involved in the first team. But one player that will no longer be looking to do this is Eloy Gomez, who has left the Catalans to pursue a new chapter in his career. Gomez, who gained traction within Barcelona last year when he was voted as MVP of the Marvel tournament, has attracted interest from Ajax in recent weeks, and the Eredivisie giants have now swooped to secure his signature. As per Diario AS, the 16-year-old has signed a 3-year contract with Ajax, whose director of football Maren Bucher has spoken highly of him. Aloy is the typical Ajax playmaker. He is usually at the base of the play, shows initiative with the ball and enjoys playing forward. He combines his footballing intelligence with technical ability to play in 1 or 2 touches. During his unveiling, Gomez revealed that he sees himself with similar characteristics to Frenkie de Jong, who moved in the opposite direction back in 2019. The fact that Ajax play with the same style as Barcelona is important to me. One of the reasons why I signed for Ajax. Frenkie de Jong is one of the players I follow a lot. And Rodri from Manchester City. Aloy Gomez becomes the latest La Masia exit. Despite Hansi Flick promoting several young talents to the first team since taking charge in 2024, Barcelona continued to lose promising academy players due to limited chances at the top level. The most recent departure is 16-year-old Aloy Gomez, who has opted for a new challenge with Ajax. He follows in the footsteps of Sergi Dominguez and Noah Darvic, who also left this summer for Dinamo Zagreb and Stuttgart, respectively. It's a growing trend that highlights the difficulty of breaking into Barca's senior squad. Laporta eyes Haaland as a blockbuster signing. Joan Laporta is already preparing his re-election campaign, and he's aiming big. According to reports from Spain, the Barcelona president plans to pursue a massive €120 million deal for Erling Haaland if he retains his position. The Manchester City striker is seen as the perfect long-term successor to Robert Lewandowski, and bringing him to Camp Nou would be a huge statement. Whether City are even willing to consider selling one of their most valuable players remains to be seen, but Laporta's ambition is clear. Haaland is an indispensable asset for them, and he has been exceptional for them in the Premier League. He is undoubtedly one of the best strikers in the world, and it would be a major coup if Barcelona managed to sign him. They need to start planning for the future, and Haaland would be the ideal long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski. The Polish international is in the twilight stages of his career, and Barcelona need to start thinking about potential replacements. Meanwhile, Haaland has proven himself in the Premier League and he could be tempted to try out a new challenge. The opportunity to join one of the biggest clubs in the world will be exciting for him. Barcelona could be an attractive destination. It will be interesting to see if Laporta is re-elected. Signing the Manchester City striker will not be easy. The citizens will demand a substantial amount of money for him, and the player is likely to command massive wages as well. Barcelona have limited resources, and they have struggled financially in the last few years. It remains to be seen whether they can arrange the funds for the Manchester City striker. Haaland would improve Barcelona. There is no doubt that the Norwegian international is a world-class player and that he is still quite young. He will only improve with coaching and experience. Haaland is destined to be a superstar, and he could help Barcelona win major trophies in the near future. If they manage to get the deal done, it would be a huge statement from the Spanish champions. It will be interesting to see how the situation develops over the next few months. Meanwhile, Manchester City will be hoping to win major trophies consistently, and they cannot afford to sell their best players. It will not be easy to convince them to sell the Norwegian striker. So there you have it, Keulers. A legal war with Ter Stegen that could block new signings? A potential Camp Nou comeback just weeks away. Another La Masia talent slipping through the cracks. And Laporta dreaming big, with Erling Haaland at the top of his wish list. As always, it's never quiet at FC Barcelona, and we're here for every twist. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Ter Stegen stand his ground? Will Barca pull off a Camp Nou return on time? And is Haaland to Barcelona a dream or a real possibility? Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment of the madness. Forza Barça.